Alright, so I just want to quickly go through the reasons why you should get ELTA. So, in summary, we're looking at the location, we're looking at the master plan, we're looking at the potential for tenant, we're looking for high rentability, we're looking at potential safe potential investment. All right, we are also looking at amenities, things around Clementi Avenue 1, right? We get the educational hub, and not forgetting that we also have natural parks around the area, and also we have very well known developers around this area. So let's just get started. Right, first off, the location. Right, as we know, Clementi is relatively close to the central region. We also know that apart from being near to the CBD, it is actually near to the second largest CBD, which is the Jurong Lake District, right? And then we also have two other development, namely One North and also the Greater Southern Waterfront. We will go through that very soon, right? So just look at the map itself and you can basically see that the proximity from ELTA, right? Whether it's to One North, whether it's to Greater South Waterfront, whether it's to Jurong, you're basically sandwiched in the middle. And if you're somebody who is working in the CBD area, we all know that getting through by AYE is basically the fastest. Without any traffic jam, within 20 to 25 minutes, you should be able to get there, right? So the connectivity is something that you also want to consider, right? So with this location, basically it's aligned with the master plan growth, right? We all know that One North, Greater Southern Waterfront, and also Jurong Lake District. These three areas are earmarked for the master plan growth. Because of this kind of growth, you need to be aware of the transformation in terms of the price as well, right? So when you get this kind of news coming out, so you just take a look at the master plan first, yeah? You don't have to know about the colors, but you can actually see the change in the colors, right? In 2003, there wasn't anything, but in 2014, there is some change around here. The other one would be this red one over here, right? And then we also have this over here, right? So things are always changing. URA is always updating the master plan, right? So this is the change. And then over here, what you can see is basically this in terms of the whitish area, right? So because of all these changes, properties around this area have surged a lot, right? When back in 2003, right, these three projects, namely the Mayfair, the Park Oasis, and the Ivory Heights, they were around 200 plus to 400 plus PSF, right? And then right now, because of the transformation, because of the news and all this, you are seeing basically 2 to 3 times, close to even 4 times of the change, right? That's how powerful the master plan are and how transformation can actually bring to all this increase in price. And then we have J Gateway, right? That came in 2013. Back then, price at 15,000. Sorry, 1.5, right? 1.5. And then right now it's at 2.2 PSF. Okay, and you can also see over here in terms of percentage, right? At 2014, since they launched, and then post 2014, right? They have increased by a lot, and then all the way to now. So price has always been increasing and increasing by a lot due to transformation, and that's what you want to see, and that's something that you really want to pray for as well if you're getting into the private property. Next thing, the high potential tenant pool, right? Because of the location, those who are in CBD or those who are in Jurong Lake District. These are where people will work. These are where expats will be, right? And because it's in Clementi, Alta is in Clementi, people will try to find somewhere a little bit further from the CBD because usually the prices are a little bit higher, right? So Clementi then becomes a very good area, and because of the connectivity, Alta becomes one of the better choice around this area, right? So this is what you can see from the MRT station point of view, right? One stop away from Jurong East, right? One stop away from Dover or One North, right? Sorry, two stop away from Buona Vista One North. And because of the location, which is near Jurong Lake District, we're expecting 3,000 MNCs to be around International Business Park, Jurong, and Tuas. Right? Next thing, the high rental demand. So Claiborne basically sets an example, right? Currently, from 1 bedder to 5 bedder, we can actually see that this is the range of rent that you can get, right? And we're not talking about per room, we're talking about the whole unit, right? So this is 1 bedder for Claiborne, 2 bedder, right, ranging from 4.6 to 5K, 3 bedder 6.5K, and 4 bedder going to 7 to 8K, and then for 5 bedder 9.4K, right? So take note of the date as well because this is very recent. It's not too far away when it's transacted. So next thing, safe potential investment. Why is it safe? The reason is very simple, because just beside Alta is Claiborne and your Clement Canopy. It's basically tried and tested. People have bought into properties, people have been investing in them, right? And Alta just basically sits in between them. And what we can see that for Claiborne, we have up to today, right, 22.5% gain, and for the Clement Canopy, 43.1% gain. And somewhere slightly further, right, still in Clementi, Park Clementi's, we are seeing 41.6% gain. And because of this, right, we want to see actual numbers, the actual achieved profit. For 1 bedder in Claiborne, right, we're seeing 200K, 2 bedder 300K, 3 bedder 500K, 4 bedder 700K, and at Park Clementi's 800K, right? So this is the realized profit of somebody who have bought into in Clementi, right? And just for case studies, right? Basically, what you're hearing, it's supported by data and statistics. The bigger size, the bigger in terms of profit. So plan ahead, make sure you are aware of your budget, right? And you can try to maximize and try to get the bigger size possible. Next thing, we have quality assurance. Reason, because these are award-winning developers, right? First, we have CSC, right? Previously done project. We have Verdell, we have Park Greenwich, we have Twinview, right? And next one will be MCL, and previously done project will be Tembusu Grand, Copen Grand, and Piccadilly Grand. Next, educational hub. So basically, if you are familiar with Clementi, you know that there are many schools around this area. If you're not, let me just go through some of them, right? And because of these schools, we will be able to target foreigners or foreign students. There is that natural tenant pool. And as you can see, it's very near to NUS, it's very near to Singapore Poly, it's very near to UWC, right? So even if you are going for Alta for own stay, your children's education is basically just next to you, right? From primary school, secondary school to poly, right, high school, all the way to university. In this location, you are basically set up for all this, right? So these are those top schools around here in Singapore. Next thing would be the parks. right? So basically, if you're somebody who is into grounding, earthing, if you're not aware of all these things, no problem. Just know that there are 3 parks near to Alta, and basically, you know, general exercise from hiking to running, this is a place for you, right? And in District 15, right, we are seeing healthy price trend, and this is what I want to show you. In terms of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, District 15 has been performing very well. Okay, these are the kind of gain that we're seeing in District 15, right? So just take 1 million for example. In 15 years, if you have a 174% gain, 1 million would then become 2.7 million, right? And 54% gain would mean that you get 1.54 million from a first 1 million investment, and then for 40% you bring up to 1.4, right? So OCR outperformance. So basically OCR is one of those in terms of investments some people may want to call it the black horse, right? Because of the performance when we are seeing in terms of numbers, yeah. So wherever you buy, whether it's CCR, RCR, OCR, we can see that OCR's gain is tremendous, right? This is across Singapore. Okay, this is not just in, right? So basically, in terms of gain, OCR outperform RCR and CCR. Okay, so whether it's 15 years, 10 years, or 5 years, we're seeing that it has outperformed the other 2 regions. Okay, that's the beauty of OCR, right? Next thing, and because of this, there is a there's an around this area, right? People are looking to upgrade, but because of the timing, some of them may not be able to get it when the project is newly launched, right? So who is going to buy Alta upon TOP, right? So if this is your aim, you basically have nearby strong potential HDB upgraders, right? Whether it's Clementi, whether it's Queenstown, because since 2021, there will be 3,000 plus HDB units that will have achieved MOP, right? So because of all this upgrader pool, this would be one of your exit strategy. Okay, so before you invest, you may want to look into this in detail, even if it's not Alta, right? You need to understand demand and supply. This is the rule for all investments, and you need to understand this because somebody needs to come into and take over from you. Okay, so in Clementi, we are seeing 15.3k of 4 room, 5 room, and executive being transacted, and this is the median and the highest price achieved, right? Basically, the gray color is your median, the orange color is your highest price, right? So whether you look at Clementi or whether you look at Queenstown, they are very, very similar. Okay, so 4 room, we're seeing a median price at 885,000, highest transacted 1.1 million. 5 room, 829k, highest 1.3 million, right? And executive, 988,000, and highest 1.11, right? So on and so forth for Queenstown as well. So with this kind of transaction happening in Clementi, these are the group of people who potentially has the kind of capability to want to look at upgrades around this area. Okay, so the next thing would be your exit plan. Apart from the upgraders, people who want to upgrade into condos, what you want to look at, if you still prefer Clementi, somewhere nearby, is basically this two area. These two area for developments, right? Which two area? Basically, Clementi, right? Just opposite the MRT station, you have a plot of land that's earmarked for development, right? Another one would be in Dover. Right now, it's just forest, and that is very near to Dover MRT station as well. Okay, and so these two are where you can potentially look into once you exit Elta, right? So in short, that's basically all I have for Elta. These are the reasons why Elta would be a very good investment, a very good place for you to, whether it's investment, whether it's homestay, because things are ready, things are around this area for you to look into, right? So seize the opportunity. If you need more clarity in terms of Elta, in terms of how you want to structure your property portfolio, do reach out, do DM me, right? Because we can sit down together and understand what you are looking at, how Elta could be your next potential buy, and what you can plan further down the road. Whether it's legacy planning, whether it's planning for your family, whether it's for retirement, reach out. All right. So this is for Elta. More details, more information coming out. Stick around, stay tuned, follow, subscribe, share this if you like this. All right. See you around. Take care. Bye bye.